morning to you, gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's who we love and that we serve. Welcome this morning, Monday. What is it? 27th already? Welcome to the Intervision FM universe, folks. Today we're going to talk about Donald John Trump. We're going to give a little bit of commentary on the rally, which was on the anniversary of what happened in Waco. We're going to talk about a lot of other things today. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast on intervisionfm.com.
How dare you?
Is it running now? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you very much.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for your introduction.
How dare you?
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Let's bring down the other people. And man, the one about Dolly Parton, I just got that this morning. I was putting together the show ideas, and I had similar but a little bit another direction. But when I saw that one about Dolly Parton, I said, I gotta go there.
Rainbow, folks. Did you guys know I'm a rainbow?
Yeah.
I am. You guys really have to check out the we're not trying to like promote people, you know, we don't want to make the benevolent overlords at YouTube mad, but Dolly Parton just came out with this song. It's quite interesting. And since we promote grassroots musicians, whether they're physically disabled, financially challenged, which she is not either one of those, but we figured we'd bring anyway. What do you think about that song, Johnny?
Man, I liked it. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to say that. Play Dolly Parton, I'm a Rainbow.
You're totally gonna.
I'm not going to play it now. I'm just going to say some of the words.
Yeah, the words.
Wait a minute.
So it's, I'm every color, I'm every hue, I'm.
Wait a minute. They played this other song. Wait a minute. Let's get back. Okay, wait a minute. Play Dolly Parton, Rainbow.
It's Dolly Parton, I Am a Rainbow.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now let's see. Okay, I'm a rainbow. Okay. I'm every color, I'm every view. I'm a rainbow. And I know that you're a rainbow too.
That's right.
Two must rainbow. We must have red. We must have sunshine, joy, lots of hue, lots of different shades. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see. Wait. Okay, I'm every color, I'm every view. Now, I'm not sure why that song was so offensive to a grade school.
Well, it's easy because if you put it into the context of the human race, we are every rainbow. We have many colors of our skin. We're different races, but we come together to make a beautiful picture, as it were. We're just pieces to a tapestry. On the other hand, I could definitely see where it might be offensive because, you know, boys are rainbows, girls are rainbows. Oh, we're just all rainbows, and it's just cuddly. And sometimes I don't feel like a rainbow. I feel more like a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
That's like a thunderstorm that's just about to develop here in Pretoria because it's been raining like this afternoon.
Oh man, it's snowing here.
Yeah, it's snowing here. It's -4. That's -4 Celsius, or sorry, -4 Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, what is -4 in Celsius?
From Hubotech.com. 4.5 degrees Celsius.
That's not right. This thing. It's not- don't believe
Let me
everything.
check, let me check on my Cortana if I can get it.
And ladies and gentlemen,
believe-
don't forget you're at Innovation FM. Share, like, and do all that stuff. Now, what if Shania Twain was in concert and she's singing, "I feel like a woman"? Now they say that, wait a minute, you can't feel like a woman because we don't know what a woman is. The Democrats and the liberals, they can't define what a woman is. So how can you feel like a woman when it's a man dressed up as a woman that he makes the decision if you feel or if you don't feel like a woman?
I do have to say, as a side note, I got a memory when I was working at the Colorado Center for the Blind, which is a training center for blind folks. And no promotion here, YouTube, just a memory. I was working for these guys as their Braille instructor. And Colorado Center for the Blind also does some rock climbing to kind of, what do you call it, expose the blind community to things that might take them out of their comfort zone.
Right.
Well, I remember one time, one of the students and myself were singing at the top of our lungs during a morning kind of, we were all getting ready to go rock climbing, and we were singing at the top of our lungs, "You make me feel like a natural woman."
Wow. Gee, man. Now that's another great one. That's another one. Oh man. So yeah, so so when I saw that, I don't even remember what school it was, but it doesn't matter. We ought to call up Dolly Parton and see if we can get her on the show.
That would be really cool. Hey, Dolly Parton, if you're listening, hit us up at info@intervisionfm.com. Shoot us an email in the subject line, just to identify who you are, obviously, and in the body, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll see if we
I'm
can
on
get
the
you.
show.
And that goes for everybody too.
Yeah.
That goes for everybody and everybody.
I already put a call out for Robert Cool from Cool in the Gang, who's the leader and of the band. So I put a call out for him. So we're just going to start putting out calls for these celebrities and have them come on the show. And
Hey, speaking of celebrities, have you guys heard of Afro Man?
oh yeah.
I guess recently he got raided, and
He did.
yeah, I guess they didn't find anything. But he was filming the raid as it took place, and he went ahead and used the home video footage in one of his video productions. Actually, two
Is
of them.
that right?
And the police are actually suing Afro Man now for invasion of privacy. I got to wonder how that goes. I mean, you go into somebody's house, you shake up their things, you trash their stuff, you break their things, you smash their back door in or whatever, and then you leave because you don't find anything. There's no arrest made. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
if people remember, his song was because I got high.
yeah, because they got
Yeah.
No, it could be that they just didn't go through all of his CDs in his CD wallet. Maybe they didn't find what they were looking for.
Man, I gotta find that story. That's another one. That's another guy. I gotta have him on the show, man.
That'd be
cool. Because I saw him in concert. Oh man, it was many years, like maybe 12 years ago. Yeah, I think it was like 12 years ago at Fiddler's Green. Yeah. So yeah, that would be another. And well, he only had one song, but I know he has some other songs, but that was only the song that it came out and did. But anyway, yeah. So
the best way that you can help us, because we are listener supported by folks like yourself using paypal.me/IntervisionDenver to make donations. We do have some sponsors: Christian Brothers Moving Company, based in Englewood, Colorado, Phoenix, Arizona, and they're also based in Texas. So if you do find yourself in a place where it's just getting too expensive for you to live here in the United States, give these guys a call at Christian Brothers Moving Company, and they'll see if they can help you out. They're a family-owned business, so we do like to support family-owned things. We do have other sponsors like Enemy Grants. We've got Denver Arts and Venues, Colorado Art Relief Fund. These guys help us to promote our grassroots musicians that we would like to see exposure and help to get their music produced and out into the mainstream.
Definitely. Yeah. And hey, Labito, how was last week shows? I mean, it looks like the one show you did that was an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot of views.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that one actually, like, I just did myself. But the thing is that when I checked on the show, like, I should have like turned off the mic, because like I turned off the mic like every time, but though it was good though, and
They seemed to like it. I mean, you got quite a few views there, man. It was like, so yeah, we figured out a way, Alan, because they were giving us like copyright strikes. So I said, let's just grab their already copyright written music that is approved, and then he could just say that the name of the song, tell a little bit about the artist, and then play that other song, and then we won't get the copyright, and then his voice gets out there, and how he DJs Joe, and then people can look up the songs that he would have played, and we won't get the copyright thing, and then we can monetize it, because it looks like he's going to get a lot of people like what he's doing.
I saw something.
Because on the views side, I remember on Facebook, I think I got how many views? I think it was like 9 views, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
And then was one that was 26.
26?
Wow. Yeah. So I just saw that one this morning.
Whoa.
So
don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. You can email us at info@intervisionfm.com.
Yes, of course.
Or any type of stuff like this, where Latabo or some of the other DJs that Johnny J is employing will be able to get the exposure needed. Johnny has also started school that helps broadcasters, podcasters that are physically disabled as well as financially challenged to try to get out there and find a new income stream that will net some income. But not only that, it really helps to build confidence. And I think that's one of the big things that disabled veterans, disabled people in general, can always benefit from, is a good shot in the arm of confidence.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Check out intervisionrecords.org for the events page, because you're going to see a lot of things like this that come up. And so you're going to want to be as involved as you can with the newsletter. So don't forget to email us on that. Folks, on a totally different topic, Donald John Trump had a rally on Saturday, and that was a pretty intense thing. I guess last week he was looking at getting arrested. That hasn't happened just yet. And there's a lot of falderall swirling around. Well, is he going to be arrested? Is he going to face his arraignment today remotely? And are they going to do certain things? I
say bring it.
Well, and there's speculation too that the district attorney for Manhattan will go ahead and look at dropping this, because I guess just a few hours ago, James O'Keefe had released some stuff dealing with a couple of years ago that basically seals it up that they're trying to allegedly frame him. So check out James O'Keefe's work. Not trying to promote anybody. Um,
Huh.
it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. I mean, this news cycle just does not stop. It just does not stop.
It just keeps giving. Definitely.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. What did you guys did either of you guys, Latabo or Johnny, did you guys
Yeah,
Huh?
I watched pieces of it, and then I wanted to watch the full thing, but I couldn't. On Rumble, it's no way I can fast forward past all the pre-interviews, and
Right.
and so I caught some on the Hugh Hewitt show this morning, and then I caught little pieces and parts of it. But eventually, I want to go because this one was really good, man. He was slamming Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Chuck Schumer's brother, who's a district attorney. And he was just slamming those guys left and right. And it was like entertaining television, 90 minutes, like boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
leave a
So-
comment down below, folks, whether you like Trump or whether you do not like Trump so much. Is this going to hurt re-election prospects? Is this going to help his re-election prospects? There's a
Mm.
saying out there that goes, any publicity is good publicity. So if he does have to do a perp walk, what's that going to do for his presidential standing? Is that going to skyrocket that into the stratosphere? Is he going to garner huge amounts of support? Further, any police officers in New York that might be watching this, if you were a police officer faced with a possibility of having to actually arrest a former president who has been indicted, the first president ever potentially to ever be indicted.
Yeah, and
what would
I don't.
you
I think I said bring it, because if they do something like that, that's going to even get his base even more. And they keep trying, and Hugh Hewitt and the people on some of these shows, they say, "Oh, we got to get DeSantis," and no, we don't have to get DeSantis. Let him stay in Florida, keep what he's doing down there, well, finish out his term, and then he's young enough where he can come back and run later on, right? So it's like, and then I listened to John Cardere on KNUS radio. Let's see, 710 KNUS radio, and he's always saying, "No, I think he's just too controversial." And I say, "Shut up!" It's only this will be the second. This is going to be the second time in American history that a president ran for president and then didn't get elected the first time, and then he ran again, and then he got elected after this other guy was in. It was like an 1876, I believe it was 1876 or 1870. But yeah, this will be the second time this has ever happened. But if people don't in America don't read the history, you'll think that this is the first time, something like this has ever happened. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see if history repeats itself way back then to now.
Absolutely. There are lots of parallels to past events which are taking place. We want to bring up the Lord Jesus Christ. It's there's never been a better time than now to look at the eternal salvation message. The reason why I bring that up is because of the fact that Israel is in the news.
Oh yeah.
And boy, Israel is kind of like for the Christian and for the Jew alike. It is our time clock. Once individuals start and nations start turning against Israel, well, we know that certain things within that book of Revelation are starting to get fulfilled. It's interesting. So
Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 is the best way to find a good blueprint on how to get saved. It's really quick, easy, and free. And it's not for this 1995, you get eternal salvation kind of thing. This is the real deal, but it's easy.
Oh, yeah.
It is
yeah.
quick.
Amen to that.
Yeah. And speaking of, let's see, like troubles, it seemed like the veterans are having problems paying the medical bills. And
Yeah.
I thought Trump had fixed that. Well, he got those bad people out that were making them wait so long to go in to see a doctor, and he made it where they can just see any doctor, not just the veterans doctor. But now it's like it's a part of like what maybe is this a part of inflation, where the dividends are so high?
I suspect that the healthcare crisis that spans the whole United States currently, because of the fact that we have a lot of newcomer friends who do require services, whether they be medical services or otherwise. There's just a huge influx of individuals, and our system isn't engineered to take the huge influx in. I mean, bring us your tired, your cold, your huddled masses, or whatever that is. We want that, and we value that because immigration is how this country was built. But there is a process, and that process heretofore over the last couple of years has been largely ignored. And so, man,
now, I'm gonna ask about South Africa.
Sure.
Do you guys have problems like that as far as like the army either not getting supported by the government to help keep them healthy and to take care of them and things of that sort? Do you know anything about what's going on in your part of the world, like with the military?
When it comes to South Africa, though, like we do have that kind of crisis though, because we get people from Somalia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, all the countries that like are neighboring countries from South Africa, because they come here, and sometimes it can be a bit of an influx, like as Ellen said, obviously about the USA. So it's the same here, because it's not just only about healthcare, but it's also about housing and everything that people obviously acquire. So sometimes, even when it comes to that, even as people with disabilities, we tend to I can say that we tend to suffer from those kinds of things, because even now I can safely say that there are many people who are undocumented, from other countries. Like, say for example, let me put it this way, like Zimbabweans. There are many, even Nigerians as well, because even I can say that most of them, they are mostly.
Do they just go to the community that has a lot of the people that have came here before, and then try to blend in?
Yeah, they try to blend in, but well, it doesn't happen, because even to learn our languages, it's difficult, because if you have to learn Zulu, you have to get someone who's speaking Zulu, so you can at least get the influence of speaking that language. Even in Sunnyside, like many people, obviously they know that Nigerian people are there, because if you obviously I can say that some of them, they are like drug dealers and all that stuff, because I remember what was it? On Friday we were at this other event. It was a business workshop, but we were talking about other stuff as well, which us people living with disabilities, or persons with disabilities, if I can put it that way, that what we faced with, And even Saturday there was another event, but I didn't go to that event. But they were talking about the same thing that I'm talking about here, because it's something that sometimes it becomes problematic even to our government sometimes, because now we're hearing about this guy. So his so-called name is Tabo Besta, and we don't even know where is this guy from, because he's also one of the guys who has escaped from jail. Imagine, from prison.
Wow.
And the correctional services, they're still investigating that, because I've been checking that story out since it broke out this weekend. Like since it broke out this weekend, I was like, okay, let me check out this story. Even I was watching a podcast, but I didn't finish it. So they were talking about it as well, like partly, but they were talking about it like just to see how is this guy going to be arrested, because even now I saw this other one saying that the crowd was what do you call this now? They were like singing happy birthday song to him. Imagine in prison and having a laptop.
Okay,
Imagine
that's wow.
having a laptop Wi-Fi connected in prison. Imagine just connected to the world. And obviously prison, it's where you rehabilitate yourself. But imagine a person having a cell phone, like it's something that I was not even
I know they sneak those stuff in. Like sometimes, because I was watching this
yeah.
movie, like The Orange is the New
But
Black.
but with this guy, it's totally different, because they say, as I heard on that podcast, they say that this guy apparently was studying, but I don't know what he was studying. But back in 2018, he was scamming people. He invited like celebrities. He invited a lot of people to different events, and all of a sudden, I don't know when he was arrested, but the highlighted celebrities, South African celebrities that I know, that I think that I've seen that were
So was he
highlighted.
charged him for the tickets and then he just disappeared with the money?
Yeah, he is, because even now
Wow.
they say that they found somebody, a body of someone, they identified as that guy, but actually
It might
they
not be
said
that
that
guy.
our correctional service has affirmed that that guy is alive. And
Wow.
for that thing, I mean, it just, for me, it's just something that like raises a question, like, where is this guy then? Where is he roaming the streets around South Africa?
Well,
Because
he's good
it's
at
something.
eluding the police and everybody else. It sounds like he's
Well,
he's not. Yeah.
here's what it boils down to, folks. We got a
Sure.
40% or so homeless recidivism type of thing going on, where veterans will get some help. They'll
Yeah.
get back on their feet.
Mhm.
Then
Okay.
something will happen. Then they'll become homeless
Again.
and again. And
Wow.
it continues on and on and on. And it speaks directly to this corruption in not only in the USA, but
Also in South Africa, though.
yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly. With this guy here. So,
Yeah.
it's interesting, folks. Until
yeah,
we decide that enough is enough worldwide
yeah,
and
true.
decide to take control of our destiny and just say, hey, we don't want this for ourselves. Can we work together to help to build a better world? Let's forget all this globalism stuff. But
Yeah.
let's also forget all this other stuff where we're divided against each other. Let's unite
Yeah.
around our commonalities and realize that we're all human. And
Yeah, true.
Hey, and let's hit this last story about Billy Joe.
yeah,
He loses $30,000 a concert because he
Man.
buys all. He buys all the first rows, and he blocks them off because he used to know that a lot of rich people will get those rows and they'll be on their phone, texting, and he's saying, wait a minute, I'm doing the show up here, look up here, not at your phone. So he just bought all those seats, and then he puts people who may be way in the back. He brings them up because they enjoy. They enjoy it, and it just psychologically it helps him to do a better show if people are enjoying the show rather than texting and doing other things other than enjoying the show. So
it's interesting because concert tickets themselves are through the roof, and a lot of that has to do with the ticket sales, the way that they're sold. And of course, inflation takes its toll.
Oh, yeah.
People like Bruce
True.
Springsteen, you got Bruce Springsteen, who can charge astronomical amounts of money for his singing. I want to
Tickets.
call
Yeah.
it that.
And tonight in Denver, John Cougar Mellencamp is going to be in town. Tickets are 200 and up. And I wanted to go, but I said
$200 for a ticket.
Yes, I said I wanted to go, but as I said, that's a little bit too much,
crazy.
Even,
Even
I mean,
like-
he's gonna go ahead.
Like if you have to convert that into South African rands, that would be a lot, because I mean, even if people like usually like here in South Africa, like for example, for entries or tickets, like maybe it's like 200 rand or 250 rand.
Hmm.
It doesn't
Wow.
even go up to like 500 even. But when it comes to USA or the US, like especially like concerts are like, it's something that I've never heard of. Like,
Oh yeah.
imagine a ticket cost, it's like $200.
Now I remember when I went to see Prince for the first time in 1979, the tickets was
Okay.
$10.
$10?
Yeah, $10.
$10?
Yeah, now I said, now that's a good price.
Right.
Wow.
I went to was Ozzy Osbourne. It was $21. And
Yep,
second
good price.
concert I went to was Iron Maiden, and it was $22. Almost got my leather jacket stolen at that one.
Wow.
Mm.
Shit. But it's like,
Well-
but when his tickets went up to like $250, Prince tickets went up. I just couldn't do it, because I'm thinking like, I saw you when you first started at $10. I just can't see myself. And I liked them, but I just couldn't see myself dishing out $250 for a concert. So
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. And
That's
I
fine.
just want to end off with this story, because I've been following Microsoft's developments when it comes to Windows, because I mean I've
Oh,
been
okay.
like trying, yeah, I mean, I've been trying to just understand like how is it going to work, because like imagine like since I'm using Windows 11, or even other people in the US. I know people in the US, obviously. Let me say, I just guess that people in the US are using Windows 11.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, because obviously they did get Moment 2 update. But when it comes to Windows 12, I just want to ask a question here. Like, would you rather with your current PCs, like would you rather like update to Windows 12, where else when you see that obviously that the RAM has been doubled as 8 gigs
Oh,
of RAM, where else you have a 4 gig RAM, and you wouldn't
Oh,
even
man.
understand.
yeah.
Because I've been like checking all these videos about it, and I'm like, well, this PC here, it's an 11-year-old PC, but I'm using Windows 11 on it, and
Right.
and which is amazing though, because I didn't know that it would support that, but for Windows 12, it's another how can I put this? It's another thing that people would even see what's going on, because we don't know when it's going to be released, because the only thing that I know, I think they were talking about Moment 3 and 4, but those 2 moments I'm not sure when are going to be released. I think Moment 3 it's going to be around May or June, but Moment 4 I'm not sure, but we still have to see what's going to happen. And also
Because with
I
this
also-
new operating system, everything is getting tied into the centralized banking digital currency, which
true.
being released in earnest, I believe by July. The Fed
Yeah.
now is coming out with a bunch of stuff. Do research Fed now, and you'll be able to get a lot of information that, well, perhaps it's stuff that you may not want. It's
Yeah.
important. It's important that we, wow. I mean, Windows 12, when originally Windows 10 first came out, it was
Yeah.
supposed to be the end. They weren't
Yeah.
supposed to update
Yeah, I
it.
remember they said that, but all of
Yeah.
a sudden, all of a sudden, Windows 11 came along, and then it was like,
Yeah.
when I first heard about it, it was like 21H2. I was like, okay, fine. But then I was using the time, I think last year when I bought this PC, I was using Windows 8. Obviously, it was, if I was
Yeah.
using Windows 8, then I was going to have problems, because obviously
Hmm.
I was going to be end of
Now,
support.
Windows 12
Like,
is supposed to be
yeah.
using biometric data for their
Yeah,
security,
yeah.
things like this to keep people's information secure and less hackable. So we'll just have to see what Windows 12 brings. Man, oh
Yeah.
man, what a
True.
show, folks.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, tomorrow is Lady Gaga's birthday, so we may talk a little bit about it.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Say what? Whose
Yeah.
birthday is it?
Yeah, her name is Lady Gaga, and she got her name from a song in a Queen song. I
Okay.
guess it was in yeah, and that's how she got her name. But I didn't even know her name was. And my daughter's birthday was the Saturday, so I went over there and we had some fun over there, and it was like a sweet overload. It was like two types of birthday ice cream cake.
Oh boy.
Man,
Wow.
it's like
Daughter.
yes, happy birthday to Chantel. So hey, that was kind of interesting. And they had these two dogs. I put them on video tape, and I may put that out there. And they kept barking at me like woof woof. And I guess they wanted attention, so I petted one. And I said, and then one started licking my hand. I said, "You only like me for my salt, because these dogs." It was interesting times, but anyway, hey, we're gonna let everybody go now. Thank you everybody for joining us. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and then don't forget our new show.
Yeah, also to share the YouTube channel link, also to all the social media platforms, which is on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you can. And thanks to everyone who has been viewing this or watching this or listening to this wherever in the world. I hope that everyone will enjoy their day or afternoon or evening or even their morning. So yeah, we will